Hello everyone, hello and welcome to the Imperium Cup for Dune Imperium, the Rise of its expansion over on Tabletop Simulator. Your host and commentator, the Black Shadow, and we have got Group H action for you tonight, and this should be a fascinating little contest here. Reminder, this is a 10-week tournament featuring over 100 players from across the globe with a $400 prize pool. We are in group stages still for the first 6 weeks. Oh my goodness, it's happening. This should be a good one. It is 5 points for the winner, 3 points for second, 2 points for third, and a point for fourth. Everyone plays 4 games over 6 weeks, and the top half of the table either qualify straight to the knockouts or go through a wildcard round. Now, this should be an interesting match because, oh my god, what is happening here? Three of the 4 players here, CJ, JayMar, and AJ, ended up either in bottom or third place in their last game. Arivald managed to get himself second, and that means there's a bit of pressure on this game, in theory, and of course this does include the legendary Group H Week 1 game of a 4-way Chalmurky tiebreaker. Complete insanity. And we have some fascinating stuff going on already here. So let's have a look on row here. Peddler, Freighter Fleet, loads of unloading. No holo projectors currently to worry about immediately. That does not exist. Guild Admin, Space Travel, Dr. US, so kind of not the best opening deck in the world here. And as for our techs, we have Spaceport, which is going to have a limited use, being what we've currently got here. Artillery, very strong, very powerful, and detonation devices. Anyone fancies to go down that route of things. Green was first to go, so we've got Ekaz in 4th position, pick there. CJ is going for Meme Nom. He is determined to make this guy work, and he is going for it. Fair play to him. Gets a bonus point in the group stages. Kidding. We've got Rombia Vernius for second position here. Has not been very popular so far this tourney. A little bit tricking here, but maybe he sees the Dreadnought action, and he's like, I'm going to get myself some of this. And we've got Yuna Moritani in at first position. Very, very strong from first spot, where possible to just gather a load of cash. But unfortunately got a pretty hideous hand in Agent Azan here. Double Dagger, Signet Ring. Very, very poor opening hand here. So went Smuggling. Rombia with the fold space first. Has both Diplomacy cards in hand already, though, so that is a little awkward. Will not be able to fold space back there again. Menlom also getting both his Diplomacy cards. That's a little awkward, as does Ekaz. So everyone except for Yuna pulling all of their Diplomacies immediately. A little bit awkward here. Nemnon making his way to Steel Suits here. Now, we just to see what he wants to do with his Signet Ring. Memnon, or Memnon, how you want to look at it, has been a subject of some discussion here. Unfortunately, Connections is a pretty weak ability. But Spice Horde, his ring ability is actually not all that bad at all. You know, the extra spice is never too shabby. So let's just see what he's going to make plans in this one. Ekaz going for wealth. We'll likely see him probably go to Mentak here and then make a further play on the board. Probably to like maybe Arakeen if it's still available. Go mining. We'll see what the plan is exactly. Unit going to Carfag for the combat. It's going to look to go in here. It's a smuggling combat here. So a smuggling bop and a spice for the winner. Free side for second though is very, very nice second place here. So that wouldn't be too bad trying to fund Swordmasters. Rombia is going to be up here next. So Rombia is also a fascinating little character here. So his Signet Ring allows him to either get a Negotiator for X for techs, or you can use it to buy a tech as you visit somewhere. So it's a very nice way for him is to go to like a combat space and then buy, say, like a tech that gives you troops, and you can put those all in. It's all about opportunity for Vernius usually. And his Dreadnoughts obviously get increased strength, but you've got to get there. It's not going to be the case though. So he's just going to go use it to Hardy Warriors, looking to take the combat win. This game is going at an absolute lightning pace here. CJ taking artillery, no good for him this turn, but clearly he's eyeing up some combat strats before this game is all said and done. Ekaz up next, no Signet Ring for him, so if he wants to get what he wants, he has to declare now. Diplomacy could go to Secrets. He could also just go start mining here and just start building some spice. But I think I would have liked probably a declare there. Yuna with 2 is going to take the Water Peddler, obviously to negate the fact that she starts off with no water, so that's a nice way of getting around that. Picked up War Chest, by the way. Very, very decent. Arivald with 4 to buy with here. Wow, Fennekin Death Commander turns up. I can see definitely picking that. Although Freighter Fleet also looks pretty good if you're going to want to do a lot of shipping, but eventually Yuna's going to get there and you're going to get monopolized out of that. So that's a little tricky. But Fennekin seems pretty solid. I would not be against that. You could even go Fennekin in like Dr. U8 and just start trashing like your recons and stuff. Wouldn't be outrageous. Goes with Freighter Fleet. Shifting Allegiances turns up. Oh my goodness. Memnon is about to pick up shifting, and that is absolutely ridiculous with his signet ring. Oh my goodness me. Wow. It also takes Guild Ambassador as well, so again, planning to do a lot of shipping here, using that to trash his cards where he goes. Shifting Allegiances is an auto grab from Memnon here. Just to know he saved his Seek allies, so that's going to be kind of nice for access later on. And then Ekaz is going to have... didn't go Mentat in the end. So he's just going to reveal for the couple. And he's probably going to pick up... I don't know what. Bounty Hunter also turns up here. Really, really good card. I think this is a fantastic card to early game. To go cities and just pay for Swordmaster and rush it. He's going to go pick up Dr. Yue. He might well pick up Bounty Hunter as well. And he's going to rely on the fact that he can just trash his cards out and just thin out the bad ones and run with that. Card draw of Dr. Yue is okay. Bounty Hunter is like, I love this card so much. It's so good to be able to infiltrate cities. The fact that Helena is normally the only person who can do it is really strong. Oh my god, what is happening here? Missionario 1 cost. Assassination Mission 1 cost. All the cheap cards coming out. What a bizarre thing. There's going to be no combat here, so Yuna and Rombi are going to tie for first place for Free Solare, and Memnon picks up the 2. I'm going to stop calling Memnon. I pretty promise. So we're straight on to combat 2 here. We are flying through turns here. So General Purpose is up. Pretty solid. First place victory point here. Second place isn't too bad, though. The Water and the Spice. Now, Memnon is going to want to look to try and hostage Great Flat here. Most certainly. Has no diplomacy. Of course, we know the only person with diplomacy cards is Yuna. So there's going to be a rush here. Vrombi is going to Mentat immediately. Wow. This is crazy. Picks up his Freighter Fleet. Well, that's not a bad draw to pick up that now. It's not too bad. I mean, he could do worse. Memnon is up. I would think he's going to go smuggling and does indeed decide to do so. I think. Everyone's kind of like wants to get involved in combat, but we're going to be a little bit on the patient side here, so he's going to do that. Ekaz is up. Ekaz has his ring. He has the choice of basically anything here and will want to take the Fennekin Death Commando. Very strong. I would consider going Arakeen here. You've got a full stack in. Yeah, and then you take Fennekin, probably. And then you cycle with deck. You might even pick Fennekin straight back up. I would probably always, when you're in these situations, do your troop deployment at the very end. Make that the last thing that you decide to do. But he goes for space travel. Wow! Unorthodox choice here. Juravil's nice, but it's kind of tricky to use. I guess he's thinking he wants to fund his fold space super duper quickly. Yuna's going to pick up the cash, so she already has access to Swordmaster, although can't get there this turn. So if someone can race her to it, that would be pretty huge. I don't see that happening, though. Rombi is up. Rombi is going to head on to Carfag here. Picks up the Tiebreaker. Not the worst card in the world. It's lost value, I think, since the X expansion, but still has its place. The 10 Spice isn't too bad for the group stages. Spice is eventually a tiebreaker in the groups. So that's never too bad to get. Memnon's up here. Yeah, I think the plan is... I think what he's eyeing up is to go Haga Basin, take the 4 Spice, and I think next turn he's probably going to go Conspiring and look to get ready to rock on with his Swordmaster. I think is the plan. Needs to obviously lose the water here, but I think that's the intention here from Memnon. Debating if he wants to get a troop in, I probably wouldn't bother. It's not really worth it for the Spice. I would save that up. And Zion having a little look into the deck here, which is a thing that does happen. One of the reasons I like playing with Paul a lot, because like first turn, you just signaling to like Arakeen, and it's just like, you're basically if people want to start looking at what people have drawn their first hand to know what they've got now in the second hand, it's basically impossible, because you could have anything. It's really, really fun, that. Anyways, Ekaz is up next. So, Ekaz picked up UA, which is nice, although he has no use for it, unfortunately. He has 6 Persuasion. He could look to reveal and take Guild Accord, which is a huge card. He might Tech Negotiate, I suspect, here. Sonic Snoopers also turned up here in the text here. That's the next one. I legit think actually going tech negotiation is not bad here. What else are you going to do here? Yeah, just insta reveals. He even wants the sword there, so he's going to take Gilder Cord. Gilder Cord is an unbelievably powerful card if you can get this early. I once played a game with playing as not Rombeer, but playing as Hundro. And first turn, I got Gilder Cord with Recruitment Mission, put it on top of my deck, and just basically, and I was first edition anyways. So I just basically insta got to shipping and just rocked and rolled, and it was good times. So Yuna's going to use her water here to go up the steel suits and get in. Wants to get the extra spice, which is fine. Vernius is going to start putting negotiators on. He's going to start eyeing up, picking up some techs here pretty soon. Obviously, he wants to get detonation devices, wants to fund his dreadnoughts sooner or later. Memnon will pick up Death Commando, very strong. He's probably going to want to get some Fremen cards. Sidina turns up. Wow, that's a big card for whoever wants to grab that. No good probably for Yuna, but might grab it. Yuna's going to take Assassination Mission, and is going to take Sidina as well. It's kind of weird seeing Yuna picking up water. Might be more just a denial. Like, she's unlikely to get a lot of use out of the water card, but we'll see. And Arombeer will reveal with the Freighter Fleet, has 3 to buy. 4 to buy even with that, and picks up the CJFM Mother. Very, very strong card. Needs to fund that from Bond, however. So that's going to be all here for this one. Ekaz will win and take the Terrible Purpose point. Second place for Rombeer for the Water and the Spice, and a loose spice for Yuna. And we are straight on to turn 3. I'm going to do my best here to try and give you ideas of why people are making these moves, but when they're going at this pace, it's basically play-by-play. The colours are a little tricky here. So we'll do what we can here. But I suspect we will see, probably, I think Conspire is being held as an option here for Memnon. He might also just go Spaceport straight away. I don't entirely know. We'll see what the plan is. But Conspire sounds pretty good. You've got 3 Solari, so it gets you to 8. And it kind of forces Yuna to do it immediately. There are worlds where Yuna does not pull a sword card. It does happen. Third battle is going to be Sort Through the Chaos. It's the Mentat fight. Wow, look at this. Shifting Allegiances. Wow, Memnon's got a lot of choices, actually. Wow. Maybe he's Shifting Allegiance instead and get access to shipping that way. You have to deny that from Yuna. Wow. We'll talk about some choices here. No one in Fold Space last turn, everyone. Because Yuna's the only person that could, and she didn't do so. Wow, maybe that was a slight oversight. I don't really know. I don't know. So, he's got a lot of options here. Like, yeah, I would definitely have Conspired, but Shifting Allegiances is turned up in your hand. I think you have to do this and drop Fremen and go shipping. Ooh, I like this. I like what's the plan here. Ah, yes, I see what he's doing here. So, notice he's going to get the stuff here. Now, I don't know. I actually think I might have considered going smuggling here. And done that, because you would have got to 2 spots on the shipping track, and then you could have interstellared and gone up and down and taken basically your choice of text that way. I think that would have been slightly nicer, rather than conserving the spice. Unless you really are eyeing up, because you can just take the money via the shipping anyways. So I think that might have been a slightly nicer play, to do it via the smuggling and then go interstellar. I think that's maybe a slight inaccuracy. I think going this way is totally fine, but I think that might have been a little bit sharper there. Space travel for Ekaz to get his first bit on the Spacing Guild. Pulls his Seek Allies card with the redraw, which is kind of nice, but his hand's like really good. It's almost too good, really, at the moment. He will get the full redraw after this turn, pretty much, however, so, but tons of options here. So Yuna's probably just going to get Swordmaster next. She's going to go for the Spice first here. Now, this is interesting. Offering a lot of options here. Opens up Highliners, if she wants it. Spent the water to take Sidina here as well, which is also notable. So, Sidina's not really doing anything. Could have used Sidina and gone to Steel Suit and just taken the straight point and called it a day, but decided against it. I think I might have just taken that. But the Spice is good. You need to fund your economy. Rombeer is going to use Guild Ambassador to start trashing and boost his smuggling. He'll look to cash that in probably next turn. So, Menels has a couple of options here. Interstellar, or do you go Conspiring? I think both are fine. I think the fact he went Imperial Basin makes you think he might actually go Conspire here. But Interstellar Shipping is Interstellar Shipping, and it's unbelievably powerful. Oh, now this is a fascinating play. So what Vrombier has done is he has trashed his Fleeter Free immediately. Wow, and he's going to use that to pick up the extra point, the Spacing Guild, by cashing in the shipping trap. This is a very shrewd move. I really like this. That's going to horribly impact Memnon's ability to use interstellar shipping. This is a very clever little trash of an Imperium Road card immediately. I like this. This is a little unorthodox. I don't think a lot of people would have done that, but I think that's a nice committing play to kind of be edge out in front. That's very cool. Really like that. Well played. I assume he took cash. So cash for everyone. Now, it makes it a little bit more awkward for Memnon. He assumed he was going to have pretty much dominant use of shipping here, but now he doesn't. This kind of makes Conspire a more appealing option now. And I think I might actually do it. Unless you take interstellar shipping now and you just go up and down, you cash it in and call it a day, and just accept you're not going to get a lot of shipping done this game and you focus on other things. It's tricky. It's a tricky one, this. You don't need to worry about influence much because you've got shifting and that will be your influence maker for the game. I don't know, I think I just go up and down here and take cash and... However, this is awkward, however. If he takes cash, he's going to fund Vrombier getting to Swordmaster next turn as well, so that's a little awkward here. Bit of fiddly, but I think I just do it anyways. And it forces him to go Swordmaster straight away. Or is he going to hold on? Ooh, and he's gonna dare him here. That's interesting. He's going to hold on for it. Wow. So he's eyeing up a tech. What tech is Memnon after here? Is he after Spaceport? I feel like he's after Spaceport here. Seems like an obvious choice. He might take Detonations as just a pure denial pick, though, and just stop Vrombier. Be a bit rude, but it's not impossible. ECAS is up, has both Diplomacy cards, has Recon, effectively. Wants to get some troops in here, I would think. Might go Hardy Warriors. I think Hardy Warriors is not a bad shout here, and just get stuck in, or Steel Suits. Yeah, Fremen looks good here. You want to start making progress on that. You want to get a troop in, because, like, you've got a couple of swords. Getting the second water is pretty decent. No one else has 2 water. And it might be a nice little cheap second place here. There are worlds where you just win. Although I would, but we'll see what happens. Here's the Swordmaster pick from Yuna, of course, so she'll take that. It's just to see what Yuna's gonna do here. It's not impossible she goes immediate Highliners and just puts a load of pressure on. It gives her bump in the Spacing Guild she wants anyways. I don't know, this is interesting to see what the plan is. She could also Conspire, just to build up cash and start funding her Signet Ring here for final delivery. Interesting to say, they've got a couple of options here. Everything's kind of... There's a lot of nice options. You can even go to Selective Breeding and start trashing. Everything's available to you here. Let's just see what she picks. Vernice is going to come up next. Going to use Full Space for the card draw to take the Mentat. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Largely as a result because Memnon didn't take the cash, so he's going to think, what the hell. So draws a couple of cards here. Going for high influence. Has 6 in hand currently. Memnon reveals for 4. A lot of decent options. Other memory feels pretty decent. One Riders is a bit out of price here. Duncan Law Blades there as well. Very, very good card, Duncan. Very strong. Not my personal favourite, but I respect that it's very, very sufficient. And, you know, him just being in your deck makes people play differently because of that trash ability later on. It makes people just play very funkily. Is Memnon actually considering going Scout here? Actually considering Scout for trying to like mess with people here a little bit. This is funky. He's also, because he's got the swords as well, he has artillery, so he feels like he wants to get some sword cards going. He's going to take over memory, which I think is just a solid pick here. But G Manipulation turns up. Oh my goodness. Ekaz has 3 to buy, as well as a couple of swords. As things stand, he's winning. It won't last. Someone is going to get involved here. Probably Vernius. I imagine he'll go probably Carfag. Seems pretty likely. Might even go Hardy Warriors and just, I don't know. Carfax feels slightly better here, though. Missionary take from Ekaz here. So he is looking to fund and get some better Jesuit cards going. Takes the odds down as well. There's some very funky stuff going on. Sayadina up. She will go selective breeding. So he's going to look to start drawing some stars. The dagger is gone. What do you draw here? Interesting to see what the pickup is. Convincing and Water Peddler. That's a decent pull for Yuna here. 4 to buy. The water's in and out. That's not too shabby. You'd rather get that now than, say, on your next hand. It's kind of cluttering it up. So that's a nice little pull there for Yuna. Decent result. Vernice is up here. Like, Carfax just staring in the face, and it's just like, it's such an easy, just put in 2 dudes and tiebreak, or just put in all 3 and win. Like, it's right there for you. It's kind of hard to look past that. You could go Wealth and kind of put people in the awkward spot again. I don't know. It's kind of hard to know what exactly is best here. Like, but if you're going to go Wealth, you might as well put troops in, because there's money for doing that anyway, so... tricky one. Bit of a tricky one here. Signet Ring will be played. Like, I think you use this more than Diplomacy. Yeah, Carfag. It just feels like the most human move here is to go Carfag. Could also go Hurricane and have eyes on taking Worm Riders if you think you're going to get there. Again, ultimately, you are going to be doing a lot of fighting. Like, you take Vrombeer, you're basically saying you're going to war, probably. Like, he's a war general. So, like, you want to get Worm Riders so you can start getting more hits off of your... make life a little bit easier for your Dreadnoughts, which you are committing to playing here. Yeah, I think this... it's harder to know. I think this both are fine. Picks up Diversion. It's not bad. I don't know how much use he's going to get out of Diversion, but he has it regardless. Come on. You might as well just take this down, right? I would honestly put in 2 and play Tiebreaker. Or just play all 3, I guess. I don't know. I think I would have preferred playing 2 and use Tiebreaker and cycle that out for another Intrigue. Keep the troop in garrison. No one, the Gunfop doesn't exist, so you don't have to worry about that. But whatever. I think it's reasonably fine. So Yuna will pick up the water. We'll go for G Manipulation. I would have considered taking Negotiated. That's a really good card. But not to be. I suspect Vernice will probably take it instead then. Or is he going to go Duncan Loyal for the 5? 2 Worm Riders on deck here. Oh my gosh. Oh, if CJ can get either of these, he's happy. Desert Ambush also turns up. Wow. All of the war cards coming here. So that's going to be all for this one. So Vernice will win, taking the Mentat down. Also picks up Strong Arm. That's a nice tech here. Sleep Must Awaken for Ekaz. That's a nice, easy point that you can look to cash in. One of the better intrigue cards going. Very, very nice. So his next turn, it is Cloak and Dagger for turn 4. I'm pretty sure it is Ekaz up first for this one. So the influence bump, loads of intrigues about coming off here. This is going to be fun. So Vernice is going to start using some here. Probably look likely to use Seats for Reverend Mother to go to do maybe Hardy Warriors and then Strong Arm or something. I don't know. We'll see what the plan is. A lot of options available. Ekaz is going to be up first here. Fold Space as Fold Space feels not a bad option here for Ekaz. And he does decide to do so, so he's just going to cycle that through. Get the point. Yuna, of course, does not have a good hand and has no... she has no way of doing very much here, so she's going to smuggle to get the coin, and she's going to look... Oh, Mentat... You can't even grab Mentat for the spare turn. It'd just be the card cycling, so this is a little awkward for her. Probably Hager Basin is planned. Or she's going Tex. She might be lining up Spaceport here. Wonder to see if Menmom's going to get in there first. He is not. Interstellar comes. Oh, it depends. He might buy it, though. Let's see what the plan is. Is he going Snoopers? I think Spaceport's better. Spaceport, I think, is better. It's only turn 4. I think I'd rather take that. It just feels more effective for you. But going the Snoopers. So he's going to draw, picks up Ambush. Windtrap turns up as the next tech here. That's a nice card to pick up Ambush. It's always solid. You never feel really bad for taking Ambush. couple of troops. Interesting to see where you take the bump. I don't think it's going to hugely matter where you take the bump, because you're probably just going to end up shifting allegiances towards taking the Spacing Alliance. So I don't think it hugely matters where you take this point. He's going to take the cash, which means Vonbeat can get his Swordmaster. But, you know, Memnon's just going to do it eventually. So he knows that he'll have to buy his Swordmaster a bit later on here. Ekaz is Ekaz. Well, he can still go to Mentat. He would just have the card draw, but there's no point in him doing that. That's kind of a waste of time. Ekaz has 7 to buy here, by the way. Wow. I think Carfax looks not too bad. Still got 6. You're going to be first to reveal. Mennon's like never revealing here, ever in a million years. It'd be insane for him to reveal. So I think you might as well, whatever you're going to do, you might as well play it. He might go High Council. He is going to go High Council. The early High Council for Ekaz before he gets Swordmaster. It's going to take him to 9. Is Ekaz just going to go straight for Spice and just buy it now and take the point? Looks like that might be the plan. Interesting. Yuna up next. So again, Yuna has a horrendous hand. I think the only thing Yuna can really do is... Oh, man. She's going Dreadnought. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Is she going to go Dreadnought and Detonation Devices? No, she goes to the Wind Traps. Wow. Dreadnought it is. Unbelievable. Holtzman Engine is the next tech here when I press the right button. Rombe will take the Swordmaster, of course. Which means Memnon is going to respond with whatever he's about to do. Probably get some troops in, so probably Carfag with Recon, I would imagine, is the plan. That's exactly what's going to go here. He's going to look to take this one down. He'll put them in. He is going to win this, doesn't he? He's not even looked to the intrigue. Doesn't really matter what it is. Picks up no other ways. That's nice. That's actually very nice. That could be a nice way to try and, with shifting allegiances, there's a potential free bump steal on the Fremen track. That's huge. What a ball hit. So 9 for Ekaz. Ekaz is buying early spice. He's buying early spice. That's going to make people think this could well be, could be the Spice Must Flow endgame card. But it's not. Yuna's up. Yuna pick up War Chest is kind of insane for ability to generate money here, so... the question is, does Yuna want to go Imperial Basin to get her Dreadnought in? I think you might as well. I would probably do so. You want the spice. It's only 1 water. You get Dreadnought in. You're going to get something for your rewards. You know, you take the Intrigue card. I think that's probably worth it. Funds you up for next turn. Yeah, I think this is totally fine. This looks pretty solid to me. Get the Dreadnought in. You're going to win, but you might well take second place here if Rombe doesn't decide to get involved. He probably will. CJFM Mother is going to get played here, for sure. There's no reason it doesn't. Interesting to see what he does decide to do, though. Maybe Loyal Blade to Steel Suits feels not too bad. You could even go Loyal Blade to Hardy Warriors. That would be 3 troops. 2 for Hardy, 1 for Duncan. We'll be able to put all 4 in and try and muscle Memnon out of this combat here. It's not a bad combat to win. The double intrigue and influence bump is pretty good. Has strong arm as well, so we could even use that and take and get massive distance on the Fremen track here. You could go secrets and strong arm if you wanted, but it feels a bit less efficient. Here's a thought: you could go I actually love this Hardy Warriors play, because not only can you do that, you can use diversion, because you move 4 troops in, and then you could strong arm one of the troops and get the extra bump on the Fremen and get up to 3. I actually think this is a really, really nice play. I really like this. Does he see it? I think he sees it. Yes! Beautiful. Finds the play. So 3 troops in, gets the lot. Oops. That will pull diversion, mini masterstroke off to the races. Now, does he strong arm this is the question. I don't actually know if he's going to strong arm here. Strong arm is not necessary, but he will definitely get diversion to get the bump here with the shipping. That's the wrong colour. Being told off, and rightly so. You could strong arm this, but you also kind of want to win the combat, so probably don't bother strong arming. He'll regret it, though, because like he's not going to win this. He wish he did strong arm. But I don't expect to see it here. He's going to try and win this. He's having a look to see what's in his discard pile to try and guess what he's got left. But Minon has a fairly sizable deck at 13 cards, so it's not obvious to know. And he can't plan for ambush. So there's a couple of swords. The artillery gets him to 10. Now, it's going to be interesting to see if Romby ends up playing his tiebreaker. It will be burnt. Minon has ambush as backup. We'll see what the plan is. A couple of coins for Vuna. With Assassination Mission, might end up keeping hold of this. Very possible. Just to fund some extra money. Run it as like a little mini shuttle fleet, maybe? It's not impossible. So Romby still has an action, and you should use it. You should just use Seats for Mother for something. Go Secrets. Go Secrets, go Steel Suits. You can go Steel Suits and Strong Arm here, and lose a troop out the combat. And take the Alliance. I actually would prefer to see that. Yes. Because you're behind. You're probably not going to win this. Yeah, Strong Arm's coming here. With the Steel Suits. Yeah, this is the play. Get the double jump. 2 water. I think this is better. You're probably got second. It's unlikely Yuna's going to chase you for third. And you just take the Alliance. And, like, you're just good for it for ages. You could also go there for that. I mean, either's fine. You could even, in theory, do this and go up to Wealth and do that and get the 2 points there. But Fremen's just like, you take the Alliance, and like it's going to be difficult for anyone to be competitive here. Although, as it turns out, Memnon has both Shifting Allegiances and Know Their Ways. So, you know, nothing's ever safe. Man. Tricky choice. But Fremen feels more natural a play here to just take the Alliance. But he's gonna do it for secrets. He's gonna take the bump here. Guess Water of Life is his intrigue card here. Very, very nice card there. Mini research facility. Really, really strong Water of Life. So he will strong arm and take the point. Takes Vernius up to 4 points here. Ikaz also at 4. Menon with 2. Yuna is currently not scored yet, but those points are incoming. But needs to start scoring pretty soon. Obviously, going to start falling behind the 8 ball here. So that is going to be that. So the combat there isn't going to be any played here. Takes the liaison. That's going to be all for this one. So Menon's going to win. Take the double intrigues here. He's going to be a bit vulnerable, though. He decided not to play Know Their Way, so he is at risk of secret stealing. So that is a little risky. See what he draws here. He can't play Know Their Ways, it's too late. Finesse, Glimpse of Path, ooh, all nice cards, but he can't use any of them, so he's going to be a little nervous he doesn't get stolen here. Vernius picks up Sonic Snoopers. Oh, Poison Super. That's never a bad card to pick up. And, Yuna needs to take the Spice or the Intrigue. Takes the Spice in the end. Getting up to 6. Threatening Highliners once more. So it'll be next turn. Alright, so Stockpiles is up next. Very nice if you get like turn 2, turn 3. It's turn 5. I don't think there's going to be a lot of competition for this. This is likely to be a build-up turn, I suspect. Yuna again with kind of a weirdish sort of hand. Might go Mentat. Mentat doesn't feel too bad. Or do you cash in your smuggling? Doesn't also feel bad either. I think cashing your smuggling feels pretty good. Use Dune, and then you can use your Signet Ring to give final delivery out. I think that sounds a nicer play here. You want to start making use of that. You can use that for both your bumps. Oh, she's going to do it with the Signet Ring. I don't like this. I think you leave this. You really want to use the Signet Ring for combat where possible. That's kind of saying you're not interested in fighting. I don't like this. I think I would prefer to see final delivery being used for something else here, but whatever. Might even take the Spice. Maybe that's the plan here. I don't know. We shall see. Nice try, CJ. Nice try. Yeah, this is this much better play. But now they know you've got your Signet Ring, so you have given away a little bit of information here. And if you take Solari, people know what's coming. That is the problem. So you're gonna be you're going to be, I wouldn't say playing face up, but people know what to expect here. So the Solari is taken. So Solari for everyone. Vernius is up next. Vernius has the opportunity for a Secret Steal here if he wants it. Secret Stealing is not very popular anymore in Ix. You don't see it a lot. Like, I've had games where I've sat around for like a couple of turns with like 6 intrigue cards and no one's stolen from it. A lot of people just don't highly value it, but it's always, I don't think it's ever bad, and I try Secret Steal usually whenever I can reasonably prepare to do so. Menon picks up Shifting Allegiances again, by the way. That's kind of crazy. Needs to really thin his deck out, though. Needs to get that down. Vernius is going to, once again, this is the whole point. He's got Guild Admin, so he can ship and trash. That's the whole point here. We'll take it down. So, interesting to see what he's going to pick up here. He's going to get rid of his dagger. It's usually never a bad idea to get rid of the dagger. And see what the plan is. He's gone up and down. Is he going to take the bump with the Spacing Guild and try and pressure that? It's kind of awkward because Shifting Leans is right there. So pretty much wherever Vernius goes, unless it's the Emperor. Yeah, Emperor actually feels a safe bet here because Memnon has Shifting and you don't want to put points into something and then he just shifts and overruns that. So this is a nice little shrewd play from Arivald here. Just being a little patient, not overcommitting. You could have gone Bene Gesserit as well, but going Fremen or Spacing would probably have not worked because he just gets Shifting against and that's pretty ugly. So this is a nice little patience here from Memnon, who is up. What do you go for here? Imperial Basin? Or do you use this for your Swordmaster? Use it for the Swordmaster. We'll pick that up. So what do you go for here? Fremen Alliance? Fremen Alliance looks good. Spacing also looks good. I think both are fine. Depends on preference. Interesting. He's going to go up and down. He's going to go down and up with the Fremen and then use his card to get that there. So that's a nice little play. Takes the Fremen Alliance, gets himself up to 4 points. Currently leading for now. It's a solid game here by CJ. He's making use of his resources pretty well. This is good stuff. Has Sonic Snoopers as well, but the cards he's got here is just they're all really good. So he won't be trading any of that out anytime soon. And he's got Finesse as well. It should be noted that Finesse can be used to go down and up on the same track, and I have seen that occasionally where someone will gets 4 influence and they'll go down and up to re-get that reward. Very, very tricky stuff. Armand is going to go Signet Ring, pulls another liaison here, so he is stocking up with the liaisons. So Spice intentions being signaled very early. Does want to try and get hold of the alliance with the Spacing Guild so he can get the extra stuff out of the extra spice out of Guild Accord, but he's got to get there first. Now we'll fund Sleeper Must Awaken, so high priority he gets there. Yuna's up next. Yuna has a lot of Solari. Here comes Dreadnought number 2. Here comes Detonation Devices. Rombeard didn't get in there. Yuna most certainly will. This is going to be Detonation, I would imagine. Holtzman's also reasonable, but this is basically a signal of intent here. Shadow Fleet turns up as the next tech. That's a big one. It's going to attract some people. But intent has been signaled, and people are going to have to stop this. Manon can probably defend against Yuna for now, but eventually she's going to start winning these situations, so people are going to start prepping up for highliners. Force begets force. Vormbeer is up. Has his Signet Ring. Can't use it for any techs, unfortunately, of any particular use. Unless he was to go to... He could go Imperial Basin and use Signet Ring. Oh, he can't even afford that. It isn't the -1. It's a straight cast. So Signet Ring just not appearing at the right times currently. I actually like looking at the looks of going Steel Suits here. Isn't the worst. He's just going to go mining for now. Ooh, could be some tricky Holtzman play coming up here. Use the Signet Ring to get the Negotiator, and then use the spaces -1 to pick up Holtzman. Or Shuttle Fleet. Wow, that looks pretty tricky. But I don't know if he spots that or not, but it looks pretty good. Again, all the cards in the world for Memnon here. He's got Federican, but he's got like all of his best cards in his hand, which is going to be kind of frustrating here. Memnon has to start getting some forces stacked up here, but it's a little tricky. Does Memnon maybe consider going Hardy Warriors? Cement his alliance further? The great thing with Memnon as well, or in this situation of shifting or finesse, it's much like with Tesia, for example. It's totally fine to put a load of influence into one faction and just make alliances out of reach, because you can then just slowly sap that away and send it elsewhere. So, while for some players wouldn't go Hardy, because it just feels like the influence you're gaining there is kind of a bit dead, you got shifting allegiances and the finesse intrigue, so that will always be able to be transferred wherever you so desire. So I actually think going Hardy Warriors here isn't terrible. Might go Great Flat. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I actually wouldn't mind seeing Great Flat here and threaten Highliners yourself. You got a lot of combat potential here. Carthag's going to be the play instead, though. Going to pick up another intrigue here. Glimpse the Path is incoming. Oh, he picks up Favored Subject. Wow. I mean, look at all these influence cards that Melon's getting here. This is kind of ridiculous. He could literally has 4 steps potential with... He could go from nothing to faction alliance with the Emperor in one go. It's absolutely absurd. Picks up his Seek Allies card. That's going to be disappointing. Did not want to see that. That's not what he wanted. So he gives Shift Allegiances for 2, Finesse for another 1, and then Favor Subject for a 4th. That's absolutely ridiculous what Menon has been given here. This is ridiculous. Menon's looking dangerous. Ikaz is going to be up next here. Ikaz in a weird sort of spot. You feel like you got a diplomacy card. You feel like you should use it. You could go Great Flat. It's not outrageous. Wouldn't be the worst play. You could go Great Flat, and then you could Guild Accord and go for cheap Highliners. He's not interested in it, though. I really want to see that. I'd love to see this. Great Flat, Guild Accord for cheap Highliners. Only costs you 4 to get there instead of 6. Might not be what he wants, though. He's eyeing up Spice. He has 7 to play, but he doesn't have enough Spice anyway, so even if he wanted to go, like, mining and then, say, selective breeding, still not an option here. What's he doing? He's going to go Research Station. Oh, he's just going to Spice. Wow, didn't expect this. Whoops. Picked his own card up accidentally. So, Missionaria, Dr. UA, and Bounty Hunter. Ooh, 4, 5, 6. Doesn't have enough. He's on 8. Can you believe it? He doesn't have enough. He's on 8 influence. He doesn't even have enough to buy Spice. Oh, that's horrendous draw. But you bought loads of cheap cards. This is what can happen. They're the only 3 cards left in your deck. I think this is, you gotta live with that. Should have paid attention, perhaps. A little unfortunate, I guess, but should have seen roughly what they were going to be. So Yuna's going to get stuck in here. And that's going to put Memnon into some potential strife here. I think Memnon might be forced to go Hardy Warriors. Cannot let Yuna win combats here now. It's just so ridiculous. And she can just print money, and she will be able to keep returning to Dreadnought, potentially, and buy stuff. She's got enough spice. She can do it. Memnon might feel he's got no choice but the Hardy Warrior here. Interesting to see if Yuna ever any point considers paying War Chest for the swords, or holds on to it for the 10 Solari for the endgame buy. It's going to be an interesting choice here. The problem with War Chest is you might end up using it and it not do anything. At least with the endgame card, you're always going to have it. Rombe is up next. Is Rombe going to go tech negotiate? I would like to see it. You could have tech negotiate and got hold of the shuttle fleet there. That would have been pretty cool. But he's going to spend 4 and negotiator. He's going to pick up Spaceport instead. Okay, interesting. I don't know if Spaceport's that good for you though. But he's going to pull it regardless. Picks up Duncan Blade. Picks up a liaison here, so that is 5, 6, 7 persuasion. So Worm Riders looks like it's incoming here. Do you get involved with troops? I think you should put one in. Put one in. But it's a rage stockpiles. It's kind of not a very good combat. You're either going to commit or not. Yuna's only committing because she wants to start detonating her dreadnoughts here for the points. It's the only reason she's fighting here. And it's kind of a combat no one really wants to get involved in. Like, Memnon doesn't really want to heavily commit here, but kind of has to stop Yuna. So I think Hardy Warriors is kind of forced here. Ooh, now he's going to rely on his intrigues and Fennekin swords to try and get the job done. Now, this is interesting. So, Fennekin will get him up to 5. Ambush will get him to 9, which is currently good. But Yuna can respond with War Chest, and he won't be able to retaliate with that. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. Ugh. You, JC, you feel you're just probably giving Yuna the point, though, for the Dreadnought. Ugh. It feels awkward. What are you going to do with the cards you draw? Like, what are you looking to buy? I guess he's eyeing up Worm Riders. Has it. Has Worm Riders for 6. Can pick it up. Interesting. Interesting. Just asking. Oh, Seek. Which is what he got there with. Yeah. So this is a technicality of the rules that you can technically use. Yeah, you can technically use Seek to get somewhere and use it as his own trash. On a selected breeding run. I do remember I have seen this before. I don't really like it, you know, personally, but it is a thing that you can do. So, but that is done. Okay, never mind. Anyways, moving swiftly on. So Ikaz went for the water here to take the point and pick that up. Yuna revealed for the water has nothing to buy, and then Rombeer is going to snoop, get rid of his reconnaissance card here. Doesn't particularly need it, I suppose. He's going to reveal. Has 7. A couple of swords as well. That's no good. So he will take one of the Worm Riders. And Memnon will take the other one. That will go spaceporting on top of there. That's pretty strong. He can trash Duncan for the troops in, but he won't do that right now. So that's going to be 6 for Rombeer, for Memnon even. He'll take the other Worm Riders, although Balance Ambition turns up. Also pretty nice, but I think Worm Riders is probably better for you here. So he will take that. That with Artillery, that's a 7 sword card, if he can get that on reveal at the moment. That's pretty crazy. So Ikaz reveals for 8. Or 7, or whatever it works out as. It was 8. He rose for 7. It's not what he wanted, but hey ho. Boundless is not the best ring ability in the world for him. Doesn't really good for him. I wouldn't mind seeing Negotiated Withdrawal here. I think the Negotiated is pretty good. But he wants the Fremen Bonds. He might go Spice out there, but I think Negotiated it looks really good here. You just keep stacking up troops and occasionally just send them in, retreat them, and just take influence bumps, and no one can do much about it. Oh my god, Fish just fine and picks up power plate, and he can afford it. He has 5 more. What a crazy pickup here. Memnon, however, Ikaz has an 18 card deck, however. Oh my goodness, mate. This is kind of ridiculous. Huge deck here. He might regret this. Can't trash. Oh, he can trash. He went Mentat, so let's make that 17 cards. Wow. Pretty insane. So, combat will be resolved here. Now, He has 6 swords. Now, is Memnon going to be tempted here? He's gonna, yeah, he's not gonna play. Okay, he's not gonna bother playing. He did have 6 out, it should be noted. So he's gonna take it down, let him have it. So the pickup for Yuna gets the Dreadnought detonation. Figures it's better to let him spend it now. And if he has to go up to Dreadnought to buy another one, so be it. So a bit of a long game, I suppose. Well, that's gonna be that. So Rombi is up for the next combat. Arakeen is the game. Second and third place don't feel too valuable here anymore, so he's gonna feel probably committed. I don't know what Ron wants to do here. Picks up his Worm Riders, Seat Reverend Mother, should probably be getting involved in combat here. Try and take the point down. Memnon with a pretty hideous hand. Ekaz has his power play immediately. Oh my goodness me. Yuna's got Sayadina, has a million water here. So we'll be cashing that in. I don't expect that to get stopped at all. Memnon is going to grab hold of Holo Projectors. Always a strong tech. Picks it up. Next tech revealed will be Disposal Facility. Very, very nice. So what does Ekaz want to do here? If you can get hold of some spice, he might I'd tell you what, Ekaz might consider going like Hagabason or something. And then selective breeding with power play. Maybe. He would do that. He'd have 7 and 2 castle draw. He probably would buy and get hold of yeah, the seal's just pretty natural here. You are likely to be able to buy spice. So it gets up to 4 here. And power play is going to be the plan next. Ekaz is basically sacrificing his turn for his high council here. He's probably not ever going to get Swordmaster anymore. So this one's done for that. Yuna's up next. All sorts of cards available in their hand here. Wants to play probably Sayadina before G-Manipulation to get hold of the benefit here, but is going to go Diplomacy first. Here comes Highliners. She's going adventuring. Of course, again, wanting to just take points here in battle. That's the plan. How much do you commit here? I don't know. You don't need to commit much. You got second wave. So it's going to put in 15 strength here. More water to feed Sayadina. Man, all sorts happening here. Rombi is up next. Well, if he had intentions of trying to go fighting here, they've probably been swiftly quashed. And I probably wouldn't be getting involved in it anymore. Interesting to see what he's going to do here. Nothing for Seat Reverend Mother, so... this is really awkward for Seat Reverend Mother. It's kind of not doing anything. Gonna go start picking some water up. That's not bad. Always find uses for it. But Seat Reverend Mother might just do nothing here. Like, as far as... It might just be putting it for the card. It's gonna put down the Negotiator. Yep. Totally fine. Water of Life incoming for Rombi Avernius. It has to be the play here, right? It's why he went to Siege. Looks like that's the plan here. That's a Memnon here. Memnon, again, has a horrendous hand. He has Holo Projectors, and he has other memory, so can try to remedy things a little bit. Has a 13-card deck. Not too bad. Yeah, other memory's going to come up first here. Going to the research station, so he's gonna just take the 4-card draw here. I don't know if he's actually got any other Bene Gesserit cards. Finds Worm Riders, Diplomacy, 3, 5, 6, 7 Persuasion here. Can go High Council for 9, and will be able to buy spies. Feels pretty attractive. Wow, okay, fair enough. Ekaz is gonna power play for the Spacing Alliance. Kind of like that's not too bad. I think that's probably gonna be fairly safe. No one's likely to fight you against that. You're probably safe for the game here. So Spacing Alliance taken. Takes Ekaz up to 6 points. And his Fold Space card, of course. So, Saiyadina and then selective breeding somewhere seems automatic. We'll go secrets to do it this way. That's fine. So, 2 points for Yuna here. Yuna looking very dangerous. This game is not going to last much longer here, I don't suspect. And she's probably going to possibly take another 2 points here. Plans within plans is the pickup. Might find a point out of that. Unlikely to find both. That would have been enormous for Memnon. Here comes the Water of Life. Robbie needs some big cards. What does he pull? Diplomacy, Guild, Dune. Not the best. That's not good at all. Ooh, that's kind of horrid. That's very regretful. That is not what you want to see here. Can't even go Mentat. Doesn't even have any access up there. That's a pretty horrendous set of cards he's just got here. What do you do here? Just smuggle with Guild Admin, I guess? Trash like your Doom card? Man, what a horrible, horrible set here. Can't even pressure Bene Gesserit. Good diplomacy, wealth. If you're going to do that, you might as well just go smuggling. I think smuggling is going to be ultimately the play here. I don't see what else you've got, really. You don't have any city access. It's factions and or Imperial Basin or smuggling. So you've got wealth, steel suits, Imperial Basin, smuggling. Those are the only 4 options you've got. You just smuggle here, right? Just smuggle with Guild Admin and trash, probably Dune. It's a shame that's what you drew, but that's what you ultimately drew. So I think this is the only thing you can really do here. Wealth is kind of a bit of a waste because you can take the influence bump by doing this anyways. Couple of troops here. We want to start getting them in here. He is going to put that into the Emperor here. Again, kind of waiting to see where shifting allegiances is going to be committed for Memnon before trying to go for a potential alliance. Has options with both the Bene Gesserit and Emperor, so he'll probably go for whichever one Memnon doesn't. I'd imagine Memnon's likely to go for one of those two, given the influence situation currently. Probably Emperor, given, of course, he has favoured subject and finesse. Let's see what the plan is. Dagger for High Council, as predicted. It's going to take the point. So that is going to take Memnon up to 5. He gets the bump as well. The Emperor. Oh, here we go. Here could be some fun here. Yeah, you take the Emperor, and that's that. I would expect to see Holo Projecting out Worm Riders, because it's currently doing absolutely nothing. You might as well Holo Project it out, which I'm sure he will do. So, Memnon is going to pick up the Spice for Spice Hunter. 7 to buy. You've got so many, like... I mean, you've got such a big deck. You're really going to fish here? Get another Missionaria? This... Oh my god, does do. In the Shadow turns up, so he will pick that up. He's probably never going to see it. Gunfopter turns up as well. Might have even picked up that. Probably negotiated better, but I mean, the odds of you seeing any of these cards is pretty small. If you're ever going to see any of these cards. I think this is just, these are kind of dead buys, but it is what it is. Yuna's up next. Yuna with 6 persuasion. Mentat might be the plan here. Or she's going to go City and just further commit. Interesting to note that she is the only one who's actually gone to combat here. No one else has tried. Trashing that for the water. No one else interested. It's going to be slightly disheartening, if anything, Yuna. She's put in tons of forces, and no one is even remotely interested in opposing here. So, burn, like, 6 troops on not a lot. And then she's going to be down both her Dreadnoughts, and, you know, that's that. I suppose you've got both your Dreadnought points, you'll take it. It's going to take her to 8 points, though, which is good enough. And then she's going to look at plans. She's going to look to get some money together and try and pay for all that. So, Vrombeer just with the 6. Nothing for... Oh, he does get Siege. What am I talking about? Worm Riders is freaking Fremen card. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry. Completely forgot about that. So he can buy Spice and will do. I'm sure some of you were saying, what the heck are you talking about, Shadow? And you're right. So we'll pick up the Spice here. Already got the Spice from Reverend Mother. Takes him up to 6. Memnon's going to get 1 for 5 and has plenty of points in the tank waiting here as well. Yeah, Worm Riders comes out. Oh, picks up Dune. Little fortunate not to pick up his Shifting Allegiances card, by the way. That would have been... That's the only risk. Quarter of the time, pick up Shifting Allegiances, and it just dies and does nothing. But didn't draw it, so little fortunate there. So, plenty there. He's eyeing up Scout again. He just wants the swords and the potential for retreating in case things go horribly wrong. Considers it first. Still eyeing it up. He's trying to talk himself into buying this card. I don't know if I would. I don't really think it's hugely worth it. I don't think at this point, no. I think it's a kind of a waste of time. And then Unal reveal for 5. Probably pick up Boundless. Boundless looks really nice here. Might also go Negotiated and just put as garrison more troops. And you could always, like, if you just dominate, you put in and it doesn't work out, you get the influence bump. I think Negotiate's better for you here than Boundless. Boundless gives you access, I guess, but it's like, I don't know. I think the extra troop and potential's there, so Una will take a couple of points. Saidina's going to come in as well, so looking pretty dangerous is Zion here. Memnon has potential to stop, but has to find some points. Everyone else on 6 here. It's been a bizarre game, this. So onwards we march. So it is... I don't know who's up next. It's turn 7. First of the tier 3s. Carthag up first here for a couple of points. Vernius has to win this. He must get troops in. Doesn't have access to hardy warriors. Has no Warner. That's a problem. Doesn't have a great deck for that matter. This is a really iffy deck he's got. He might just hold on for Duncan and just use that for trashing maybe to get troops in. Maybe Siege Reverend to selective breeding, perhaps. Not outrageous. Everyone's up first. Shifting Allegiances, Diplomacy. Right, here we go. So he's going to go down and up to take the water, and he's going to use that for mining here. And then use that to fund his Shifting Allegiances. It's funny, we literally had a game where we saw that and we talked about this, and he's in the exact same spot. How bizarre is that? So he's going to take, what does he take here? Whichever one he takes, I imagine he's going to go Emperor here, because he can support that. He's got to make a decision what he drops, though. He might go down and up with Emperor, and then just use Favored to kind of bolster that. Might be better on. No, he wants the Alliance is what he's after. So down Bene Gesserit, 2 for Emperor, and then he's going to take the Emperor to get the troops, which he can then put into combat potentially if he wants. I don't think I would bother. I think I'd just leave him for now, but, you know, if you go to a combat space, you can put them anyways. But you've got Ambush, Fennekin, so be it. That's 2 points for, Memnon. Has not taken his previous one. So, Ekaz is up next with 5. Ekaz not interested in Highliners. It's not where he is. He's just trying to buy spice here. But his deck is so bad and just full of all sorts of random cards. It's really hard to find his way to spice. It's cost him 1 probably already. Una has a miserable hand here. Super limited access. Signet Ring, the only one of any good, so might go Mentat first. Really horrible hand for Una. Really poor. Don't exactly know what was discarded there, but whatever. They'll sort it out. So, picks up UA in the Signet Ring here. So, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Does have enough. Has 9. But probably will play like UA to somewhere if you can to get some extra actions going. We'll see what the plan is. Una's hand, as I said, is completely just miserable. I mean, Research Station, and you just like to try and find Saidina, and you just play her, right? I don't see what else you do. Like no one else is anywhere. You're the only person with any water in this game. Smuggling it is. Where on earth is her third, I don't know, where on earth her third person is? Where's her other agent? Oh, there it is. It was at the top of the screen. I wonder where that had gone. A bit mysterious. Okay, then. So a couple there for... just going to clean it up just so we can see what's going on here at home. So Romby is going to take the... he's going to take the Mentat here. Picks up Convincing. It's not what you want to see. That's a bad draw for him. He's drawn basically the same card, but now with no no access whatsoever. That's a horrible draw for Vernius. Really bad. I think he is going to use Duncan's ability to trash and get troops in. Looks like he's readying himself up for this. Memnon's up next. Memnon... What do you want to do as Memnon here? Don't know what he wants to do. I mean, techs look good. You could just go Shuttle Fleet just for even more influence here. But I don't think that's that good. You could pick up Holtzman and try and pick up pick up the spies. I don't think it's ever going to happen though. Gonna go Siege. Interesting. Interesting. You go Siege and not like Carthag. What's the intention there? Where does he want the water for? I wonder what the plan is here. Ekaz up next. So Ekaz has 9. I think you could even just go to Arakeen. You also do something here. You could go Carthag, pick up the Intrigue, and do it with UA, so you redraw. And hope to hell you don't pick up any of your daggers. There's no daggers in there, though. Oh, man. What even is in there? Who knows? Could be anything in that deck. I have absolutely no idea. I have no clue what has or hasn't been trashed. I got nothing. You feel like you should do something here. You could Signet Ring to, like, tech negotiations. Is there anything good for you here? Pick up Disposal. It's a bit late to pick up Disposal, though, in this game. It's going to take you a while to siphon down, like, a 20-card deck. It's going to take a few turns. But you feel like you should do something. And I think just going Carthag and picking up the Intrigue can't be bad. You get the redraw. I almost want to see what his deck is here. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It finds the dagger. It's what he wants. But it's Arakeen, it's okay. He gets the double card so he doesn't get completely shafted by his dagger. Oh, man. If he goes to Carthag, it's a car crash. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Oh, man. Oh, goodness me. Uni's going to go research station, surely. Yeah, does decide to do so. Sidina is going to be incoming. Also wants to start getting troops here. Diplomacy, Boundless, and Sidina. Ooh, didn't want to pull all of them, though. It's a bit awkward. Diplomacy's just a 1. Boundless, is there any cards you're going to end up picking? I guess Negotiated. Kind of awkward. Iffy. Iffy. I think if he plays astute, they'll notice that Romby has not put in. I think Romby should look to put in some troops to try and fool them of Duncan. The longer you don't put anyone in, the more they're just going to assume you're going to play Duncan here. I would like to see maybe go to Imperial Basin here. Pick up the 2 spies, put a couple of troops in, just try and throw them off the scent a little bit. Yeah, just put them in. Just go for it. Put them in. Put 1 in or something. Just try and throw him off the scent a little bit here. Yeah, I think you just put him in. You try and fool and deceive them here. I think that's the plan. Alright, Mennon's up next. It will be Diplomacy. He's going to go Hardy Warriors. Mennon's going to try and take this one down. Memnon is going to try and take this one down. Take him to 9. It's a big combat, this. Vernius must win, or it is game over. Una wins, it is game over. So Ekaz pulls for 10. So free spice, a water, and the things. Now it's gonna be interesting. I think he might pay the spice immediately for Seamus Pro-Econ, and he probably should do just in case someone, in case this game ends. I think you have to. You gotta play Seamus Pro-Econ now. Oh, I think you gotta play it. In case something happens, like there are worlds where this game. Ooh, didn't like that. I think I would have just played it and banked the point. Secrets up here for Sardina to get the point there. That's done. More intrigue. Picks up more water. Are you fucking kidding me? Wow. Yeah, see, this is why I didn't like Ekaz. Yeah, Ekaz says he wants to play Sleeper Must Awaken. Oh, they're gonna let him play it. They're gonna let him play it here. I think I would have perhaps not let him do it, but it's their game, it's their decision. Rombeer was looking to go to there as well, but can't do it. Not available to him. I guess you just go Steel Suits and just take the water, put a couple troops in. He's gonna trash his Doom card. So that goes back into the reserve pile here. Gets his water. Don't know if he wants to put troops on it. It'd be interesting to see what the plan is. He's going to be a little bit concerned that Memnon has a way of picking up another point. But Sleep Must Awaken has already been played, so Memnon can't have that. What could Memnon have that would be worried? If he has Demand Respect, it would be game over. Now, we'll be playing on Rombeer's mind here a little bit. Rombeer has to win this combat, right? So I think he's probably going to end up trashing Duncan anyways. So I probably wouldn't put them in. Give yourself the option. The question is, if you put them in and Memnon has a ton of dudes, like, what are you going to do anyways? I think you leave them out and see what happens. I think this is fine. Yuna's out of actions. Duncan's going to get you to 6. You can always tie break for 8 if you need to. I think you play patient and wait here. So Memnon's going to have 6 swords here with his artillery. So it's going to take him up to 16 strength. Rombeer can tie. Oh, he discards. Oh my god. Oh, of course he had nothing for Fremen Bond. Of course, no Fremen. So it's going to take him to 14. Wow. Oh, Vernius might be duped into trying to take this here. He would be able to reveal and put everyone in for 14 as well. Tiebreaker would get him to 16, but Memnon has ambush. Will Vernius take it? There's the take for negotiate withdrawal for Yuna. Obviously, very good card for her here. Oh, Vernius. Vernius. Are you gonna use Duncan Blade here? It wouldn't play at all. What a horrible spot here. What a brutal spot for Vernius. He still has an action, mind you. Carfag, he could still go like Carfag or something. Has no access anymore to anything else. You could Carfag and get 12 troops in that way. You'd be able to get 2 garrisoned and then 1 for Carfag and 1 for Duncan. But it wouldn't be enough. Tiebreaker would only let you physically tie. There's no way to win this combat, I don't think. So the question is, how do you want to proceed? I think if you're not going to trash Duncan, you might as well play him. And just go Carfag and take the intrigue. Who knows? You might pick up, like, Private Army. You might find your own ambush. You know, there's options here. Private Army would be an enormous draw here, by the way. That would be a ridiculous pull. If you reveal, you're basically going all in, right? And you're hoping that Memnon doesn't have a combat intrigue. That's basically where you're at. And even so, like, you feel like you have to win the combat. He's gonna reveal. Oof. Or do you go Carfag? Oh no, he's gonna go all in. Oh, this is disaster for Arivald. This is disaster. Oh, now here's a spot for Memnon here. Now, if Memnon passes, Memnon has to pass here, right? He has to assume that Vernius probably has a combat intrigue, right? So CJ is astute. He will wait. He will pass and see what Vernius plays here. And I think he is passing. Does Vernius make a play here? If CJ passes, do you play tiebreaker? You feel committed. Oh, this is kind of catastrophic here, Vernius. Can he find the double pass? Like, CJ passes, he passes himself, forces a tie. If he does, Yuna probably wins the game. Yuna needs Memnon to not win this. Yeah, here comes tiebreaker. Ambush will be played. Nothing Vernius could do there. That was really unlucky for him. Nothing. It was a horrible spot. There's not a lot you can do about that. It's the way it goes. So Memnon will take this. That is 9 points to CJ. Yuna also 9. They're discussing Carthage as an option, but he still couldn't win the combat regardless. Hindsight's 2020. He'll still take second place though, so free spicing, picks up another intrigue, which isn't the worst in the world. Picks up advanced weaponry. Wow. Wow. Economic supremacy is the next combat here. Wow. This is going to be an interesting fight. What a final turn this is going to be of economic supremacy. That's going to play havoc with tiebreakers. No Chow Murky on site here, so you know, the thing is, if you got Chow Murky, economic supremacy is so great for you because you can just, like, you don't mind whittling away your resources. Ikaz is going to put with Mentat here, I would imagine, and does decide to do so. Needs to understand and see where the situation's going here. Oh my god, Ikaz's deck is so bad. He's got 20 cards in it. Oh my lord. Yuna's up next. Yuna does not have a great hand. Vernius, oh my god, Vernius has picked up his... So he's got... Wow, is Vernius actually going to end up fighting here anyways with no dudes? Highliner, advanced weaponry? You've got Worm Riders. Oh my god, Vernius might end up going Highliner anyway. He might end up still fighting. Yuna can't get there. She probably wanted to go Highliner so bad it's been blocked. What a bizarre turn this is going to be. What do you do here? Yuna's got 8 persuasion. How do you get to 9? I don't know if there's a way you can get to 9 here. Cannot go research station. Do you just, like, go... I mean, the play, I think, here is you go to the Siege to pick up your second water and say, well, no one else has 2 water, and go research station. And then, if you pick up Saidina, you're going to get free persuasion from the reveal effect for the Fremen Bond. I think that's the play here. I don't see what else you've got. You know, Spice is not important to you particularly. Shuttle Fleet's 2 points, potentially. You can take the Bene Gesserit Alliance, and you can take the Emperor point. That would take you to 11. Wow, is Shuttle Fleet the play here? She also wants to get the cash, though, for War Chest, and plans within plans as well. I think the play for Yuna is Yuna goes Interstellar, and she picks up Shuttle Fleet with the -2, and then takes Solari, and that pays for War Chest. I think this is the play. Oh, what a crazy action to be allowed here. And Ikaz let her have it. Ikaz did not block. Oh, but Ikaz had fold space as well. He could have blocked it, but he didn't. And Yuna is just going to run points here. It has to be the play, right? Take Shuttle Fleet for 4. Bump. You can just bump wherever you want, basically. Bump Bene Gesserit. There's a point. Bump Emperor, there's a point. Bump anyone else, you're prepping for plans within plans. Take the cash, pay for War Chest. Wow, Unit, I think, could well win this game. Unless Memnon can find something. But Vernius might spoil that party. He might be unstoppable here. And Memnon's got a pretty mediocre hand at best. Yeah, here's the take. Here is the take. Oh, this is gut-wrenching for CJ to see this. Now that's going to be suspicious. He's going to see that and realize what's going on and realize plans within plans is in play here. And realize, oh dear, that's really bad. He knows he's got to chase a couple of points here. He has the spice advantage currently. He has to find a way to win this combat. It's as simple as that. Sonic Snoopers he has, but he has no intrigues. Has 7 persuasion. Oh, this is really bad for Memnon here. This is a really tough spot. Memnon's in all sorts of trouble here. Vernius, meanwhile, I think you just have to go Highliner and just worry about your own game. Take the. It's really frustrating though because you're one short on both Spice and Solari. To be fair though, you can just mine anywhere you want, so you will be able to get hold of the requisite Spice for economic supremacy. Now, does he pay for advanced weaponry or not? Where are you going to get the Solari from? I don't think you're ever going to get the Solari here. Only in like an ideal world do you find the Solari. You'd have to go mining and smuggling. And they'd have to be unrestricted. And you'd only ever have 10 strength. I think you have to just pay for the Dreadnought, yeah. I think you pay for it and just try to take 2 points down. You kind of want to try and get all 3, but it's just never going to happen. It's too unrealistic. So that'll be 14 strength for Vernius here. Remember, his Dreadnoughts have a bonus here. Spice discarded for Recon. Still not good for Memnon here. He has 8. Could be Arakeen being considered here. With Recon. I think that's the play. And it is. Chasing the Spice. Might as well get it in. This game is about to end. Oh, picks up Dune. That's not what he wanted to see. He's still at 8. That's a problem. He's in trouble here as Memnon. I think he might have just run out of gas here. Ikaz up next. Ikaz is going to Selective Breed, take the point. He's going to look to buy more Spice, take another point there. Now, he's going to be a little careful. If he trashes this, that goes into the reserve pile. He doesn't have anything that requires him to keep hold of Spice cards, though, so he can just do this fairly freely. Whoops. So that'll take him to 9. Draws 3 cards, courtesy of the fold space. So he will get there. Wow, best bone missionary. But what is this hand? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Has 10. So he can take an action somewhere. And he wants to go wealth. Oh my gosh. He could go wealth and buy a point here. That gets you up to 11. That's not a bad haul for Ikaz. I don't know if 11's going to be good enough here. You have no Spice is the problem. I don't know. It's not going to work out because of here. And look, there's now threatening research station. Vernius is going to block, as is correct. Siege Reverend Mother. Oh, he's going to find some Spice. That's really nice. Has 9 to reveal. Ooh, dear. I don't know what you do here with Worm Riders. It's going to be interesting. He can play it. But I don't. You have to go mining with Worm Riders. You've no choice. You need to get this second point from economic supremacy. So I think Worm Riders will be played with like to Haga Basin if he can. Even if he goes Imperial Basin, he'll still get to 6. You can still pay for the Spice. There's in no danger of that. So Romby is looking good for 3 points here. High scoring game. Memnon is kind of out of options here, I think. I don't think there's anything else wrong Memnon can do here. He's just out of options. Unless you can find a way to get to second place. I think the only thing you can do here is try and get to second place now, and just try and beat Yuna. You're not going to, though. It's never going to happen. I just don't see how Memnon gets any more points in this game. I think his race is run. It's kind of tragic to see. But I don't even see how he gets to 10. Ugh. Just in complete jail here. There's no any access to, like, to text to do anything with that. It's no good. Yeah, Carthag's all you've got now. It's just, what a horrible spot. Might as well put him in. You get a card draw. Maybe there's an intrigue that can save you somehow. Pick up Charisma, Recruitment Mission. Picks up to the Victor. It's too late for that. No good. It's a turn late. Gets a card draw as well. And picks up Convincing, but he needed that before Dune. No good here for Memnon. Horror last turn here. Very unfortunate. So Ekaz has a free action. He will go Wealth to take the point. It will take him to 10. He will buy Spice. It will take him to 11. He's looking good for second spot here, is Ekaz. I don't think he's going to take the win. Yuna just has too much here. Yuna's just going to book to just, yeah. Look. Wow. Wow. Look at that. She buys a Dreadnought. Why not just keep hold of it and just take the point with War Chest? Oh, and makes the trash with Assassination. Very clever. So she can still take the War Chest. She's going for it all. Very nice. This is a very cute play. So up to 6 here is Yuna here. She can get in. Second wave will get her up to 12. War Chest will be 16. I think she's just basically ensuring second space here. She's gonna take a point. Yeah, I don't think she's yeah, second wave units includes the Dreadnought here. But she's never going to win this. She's basically ensuring second place. She's going to take a second place. She will get the point from Supremacy here. So it looks like Unit is going to win this game. It's all about second. Vernius has to just go Hagerbason here, I think. But the problem is if he plays it, he's actually going to lose entirely. Ugh. What a brutal spot he's in here. He wants to play Worm Riders, but he's probably can't anymore now. It's very unfortunate. Yes, yeah, this is just really horrible. The fact she has second wave makes the reveal, realizes it's probably not going to work here. So that is going to be enough swords that will hold off Yuna from winning. But he was destined for a point, nothing he could do about it. So it's going to take him to 7. Gets up to 4 with the Fremen bond, so he finds it anyways. Here comes Sonic Snoopers. So just going to get rid of what he's got here. Hope for something better. It's a free draw. What the hell? Sisters. Sisters no good. Does nothing. Dead card. Didn't even find Charisma. Recruitment wasn't there. Unfortunate. Memnon is out of gas. There's nothing he can do here except, I guess, just take Spice and just build up here. You might as well. I think that's all you do here. Just go Worm Riders to Smuggling and just take 4 Spice. Honestly. Ekaz has no more actions. I think that's the best play here, is you go to Worm Riders. He still has ideas of trying to take second spot here, but he must realize it's very unlikely. He has no more, you know, and Yuna's sitting there with a load of intrigues. Probably feels like he has to play Worm Riders, but I think the more astute play would be to use Worm Riders as your action. And just build up Spice for tiebreakers. But you're not getting a 10th point from somewhere is the problem. You got to think this through. So Vernius, if he takes 2 points, he also gets to 9. Yeah, okay. I think this is fine, I guess. Yeah, if Vernius gets to 9, you still beat him on Spice anyways. So getting extra Spice isn't a big deal. There's just no way to get to 10. He's going to take the spice, yeah. Not much Siege could do. Frustrating final turn for him. Just didn't get the cards he was after at all. And pulled them way around. There's worlds he gets to 10, but not today. Ekaz takes his 11th point. Good haul for Ekaz to take 11. It's not going to be enough this game, but should be good for second here. Unit will reveal, and will take this one down. She's going to have all sorts of points here. She's going to get 1 for combat. She's going to get 1 for war chest. She's going to get 1 for plans within plans. So 13 points even for Una by the looks of it. Has played very well this game. But yeah, CJ just kind of heartbreaking. He's going to see all the violence occur here. He's not even going to take this point as well. It's very sad. It was a nice, exciting start for Memnon here. Started well, but just did not work for him. What a shame. So here comes second wave. Yeah. So that's going to be 7 strength there. Yeah. Bad times. Feels terrible. So Vernius will take the 2 points of economic. Get himself up to 9. 2 more points for Una. Una wins on 13. Ekaz second with 11. And then CJ third with 9. Wins the Spice tiebreak against Arivald. A pretty wacky match here. So much happened in this one. Loads and loads and loads and loads of stuff occurred here. Pretty insane, but a good match all around.
Wow.
So where do we start on this one?
Wow. What did you think of that one?
It was pretty chaotic. It was carnage, I think is the word.
It was, yes.
There was some good plays. It was probably the most frustrating final turn I think I've ever seen. Just everything drew against CJ there. Just trying to find like he draws Dune instead of his convincing, doesn't find the 10th point there. That's a shame. Didn't matter too much in the end. Just everything kind of conspired against. Yeah, I mean that was a pretty wacky match.
I had some very awkward hands there, like a couple terrible hands that I made work somehow.
I mean, how you managed to do is get 11 points with a 20 card deck, I don't know. I think that should be probably impossible, but you've managed to make it work, so fair play.
Thanks, man.
I don't know.
Trust me, it was hard.
No earthly idea how you've done it, but you did, so fair enough. But
I was trying. I couldn't get my ability going. I couldn't go to spots to trash cards. So it was fun though. It was a fun match.
I mean, like it was a bizarre opening deck though. Is the thing. It was so strange to see all the 1 cards come out. It's just like, what do you do?
Yeah.
And it's like you barely got any trashing done because of course you went High Council, so you sacrificed your Swordmaster, so you were never going to trash anything.
Right. Yeah.
So you were
exactly.
just living the dream there, basically. You know, but it's like 11 points in this kind of game in 8 turns is a pretty good haul. So I wouldn't feel too bad about that. Zion played great, played pretty good, made use of all the strengths that was given to him.
I mean, Water Peddler Sayadina.
Yeah, I mean that was pretty. Yeah, I mean you just got a dream draw
and like
there.
getting water for blowing up my Dreadnought, like it just.
Yeah, exactly. Everything just synergized so well with the Dreadnoughts. I was obviously as well because like you picking that, I was wondering. Obviously, Vernius is going to eye that up, but then just didn't really get quite on with that. So kind of went in there first. But yeah, everything for Una just synergized.
Well,
super.
Because I just kept taking the spot.
Oh my Dreadnought.
Exactly. You took one, and you're like, well, I might as well just go again. What the heck? So I totally understand. Yeah, as I see,
I think this is the first time I've ever gone to Dreadnoughts 3 times in a game.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty unusual. I mean the third one didn't, it was just kind of there, but yeah, to go 3 times.
Well, it got me an extra combat strength.
It did. Oh yeah, of course it did give you that. So it gave you an extra sword.
Yeah.
But it was an all over the place game. Yeah, I mean your deck is just hideous.
Check out my deck.
It's
crazy.
I mean, I'll be honest, I don't want to see any of that. I think it looks better that way. Could be brutal. It looks like we would just put their decks together, and that's probably better. No, it's all over the place. But you got 11 points.
Yeah.
I can't.
I got 11 points. Came in second place.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't be mad.
It's a good second given the way this game went. A high scoring match. I mean, just carnage everywhere. But it was good entertainment.
Yeah. Thanks. I'm glad you enjoyed.
Well, this is what happened when there is like no Baron, no Lita.
Yeah, no, exactly. You got
So-
four
oh,
of the less
that's-
like four sort of unusual picks, and it makes for interesting, diverse gameplay, and I like it. I mean,
Did you like the shift?
oh
water?
yeah, it's unbelievable. We literally were just talking about the finesse shift, literally
Yeah.
before the game that you saw, and you in like, it makes sense for you to do it now. It was so bizarre.
Do it.
Couldn't believe
Yeah.
it. But I mean, you
it's
like
been
had
okay.
shifting, and it's like you had just so much influence potential. It was kind of insane.
Yeah.
But like,
Good early game.
yeah, you were looking really good early, and you just ran out of steam, unfortunately, which was kind of heartbreaking to see. Really, I
It
mean,
happens.
everyone wanted to see a Memnon win. We all wanted to
Oh,
see
well.
it, but not to be today.
That's fine.
Not to be today.
One day.
It will happen. We will get live recorded footage of a Memnon winning a tournament game, and we will all rejoice. It will be
Look,
immortalized.
I
on the
think
internet.
Memnon is better than people give credit for.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Like,
I think it's fine.
We all know that Connections isn't very good, but Spicehold is deceptively strong and lets you do some cool stuff. So
Yeah, he's fine. I just ended up with a weird couple of turns where I don't know. I should have probably bought some more Fremen, really, because I didn't get to use this at all the entire game.
no, you
Mhm,
did nothing with
mhm.
that. It just did nothing.
I just didn't get to use it, and I was like, well, all the things I wanted to buy, like I guess I could have not bought this.
This is weird. I didn't mind you buying Other Memory. I mean, Other Memory is just a solid card. Like, there's nothing wrong
fine.
Yeah,
with it.
it's always fine to buy other memory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's always decent.
It was either that or like 2 liaisons, and I was like,
yeah, I think the
what
end
do I do?
game was just like, yeah, your deck just had no real synergy. Like, you had Worm Riders and Shifting, which are obviously two unbelievably good cards, but
right.
outside of that, there was nothing really stand out. Whereas
Yeah. Also, I didn't get any points.
Yeah, and Unit picked up some decent intrigues, and just everything flowed in with amongst itself. It was just like kind of crazy. So that's the way it goes. Sometimes you're bound by the row and what turns up whenever it turns up. So sometimes it just works out
Yeah,
for you.
that last turn, if I didn't have any left, but if I had hit a green symbol, I could go up here,
Oh,
buy
yeah.
this, and it was worth 2 points.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it was.
I mean, there was a lot of things that could have happened, but just the way that the cards came out.
yeah,
just
it was a
didn't-
horror. It was a horror last turn. Even when you did get the redraw, you had a 50-50 on convincing entry you do instead. So you didn't even
Didn't
get the
get
point there.
Yeah,
so it's just
exactly.
like,
Yeah.
It just wasn't to be that last turn. This was a great
Womp
show.
womp.
So that is going to be all for this one. So thank you all for watching as per. This was a pretty fun, eventful match with some leaders you don't normally see. And it was pretty enjoyable, when you just see, like, Baron, Bees, Tesia all the time, Helena, that sort of thing. It is nice to see some people branching out and willing to try some different games. And this one was all sure. Might go down as one of the wackier tournament matches, might have this one, but it was good entertainment nonetheless. So thank you all for watching. Take care of yourselves. We shall see you all next time.